Now to the city of Chicago's first steps to plug a billion-dollar budget gap.
A hiring freeze just announced by the mayor, meaning open positions can no longer be filled.
Our Sabrina Franza is always investigating. And Sabrina, that's just one of the steps put in place today.
A hiring freeze, but also a limitation on non-essential travel and overtime pay. We wanted to know what jobs were actually impacted and how the city plans to pay for the rest of its debts.
People's level of frustration is at an all-time high.
City leaders are weeks away from their 2025 budget negotiations. Before that, they're learning how the city plans to make up for an almost $250,000 gap in spending, pulling the reins in on overtime, travel expenses, and hiring city workers.
What traveling are we doing based on this significant budget gap? Why is that just now being discussed when we're going to be starting budget hearings in a matter of weeks? What I hear more and more in my community is, I don't want to see a massive property tax increase.
The city is looking at an almost $223 million deficit at the end of this fiscal year, in addition to a $982 million shortfall in 2025. Previously, the city has in part credited those numbers to drops in tax revenue.
It's a sizable deficit, but it's not the largest ones I've seen during my tenure.
We asked Alderman Jason Irvin, chair of the city's budget committee, what non-essential travel city leaders are doing.
I really couldn't give you an answer as to what. I don't know if that may be conferences or other places that people would go.
He tells us that most Chicago police and fire jobs are exempt from the hiring freeze, especially those roles it would likely impact jobs like these, desk jobs listed on the city's website.
The freeze, as announced today, only impacts the city of Chicago. It doesn't impact CTA, CPS, the Park District, or other entities, just the city of Chicago.
Mayor Brendan Johnson previously ran on not raising property taxes, though in a late August media briefing on the budget, he would not deny that he was considering a raise. Experts agree the current cuts will not be enough to solve the problem.
It is to send a signal that the city is serious about trimming its costs and that there's more and more painful news yet to come.
There is also recognition within City Hall that these changes will not be enough to make up for this insane budget gap. Budget hearings begin next month. City Council has until December to pass a budget that they feel is balanced. In the newsroom, Sabrina Franza, CBS News, Chicago.
Sabrina, thank you.